What is up, guys? Godzilla here. So if you're wondering what this is, this desktop microphone. Anyway, so as you can see, I have many different Godzillas in front of me, all in chronological order. Some of you may know that today is the King of the Monsters himself 60th birthday. On September 3rd of 1954, the original Godzilla first came out, and ever since it started a franchise with many fans, many games, lots of stuff to collect, all sorts of stuff. So yes, the Godzilla series has definitely started, it's had its effect on pop culture. It's also had effects on people as individuals. And as you can tell, I am a fan of Godzilla. So today what I'm going to be talking about is how I became a Godzilla fan, my journey as a Godzilla fan, and how it's affected me. Well, let's see, start from the very beginning. Also, I'm sporting a Godzilla 1954 t-shirt for the occasion. Anyway, let's see, in the early days of my childhood, I know I was probably 3 years old, maybe even 2, probably 3. 3 to 4, that range. I don't really know how I became a Godzilla fan. I know my dad watched the movies, I know my brother watched the movies, some, but I don't know what really pushed me. I do remember as a kid watching the film Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla just about every day. It was like my absolute favorite movie. And then after that was King Kong vs. Godzilla from 1962. And then later in 2004 it was Godzilla Final Wars. Those are like the 3 I watched all the time. So yeah, I don't really know what started it, but I know that those are the ones that I watched. Now, I also remember whenever it came out, playing the game Godzilla Destroy All Monsters on the GameCube quite a bit. That probably came along later, but it was definitely an early part of my fandom. Let's see. I'm not going to get too much into collecting the figures, but I will say that my brother, he had Trendmasters figures, so I had something to play with. And then, later I just started getting my own. As you guys can probably already tell, this story isn't too crazy like some people's are. Let's see. So yes, that just went a long time, playing the game, collecting some toys, watching the movies. I remember my brother and I had 2 or 3 Godzilla-thons throughout my childhood. Godzilla, when I was young, he was like a very interesting thing. He's huge, and he breaks stuff. I mean, the reason I watched him as a child was obviously just because he's a huge monster. But I think there's more to it than that. I think I enjoyed, the escapist element of it. How Godzilla could just walk into a city, not get hurt by a military or anything, and just do as he pleased. Sometimes as a kid, you just feel like you could do whatever you want without people telling you what to do. And Godzilla got to do that. Maybe that's the reason so many children enjoy it. So yes, Godzilla was very entertaining as a child. I had times growing up where I was interested in Godzilla a lot, and then there were times where I wasn't interested. I remember as a really young child, I would draw pictures, a ton of pictures, and essentially all of them was just Godzilla firing his atomic breath. They were crap pictures, but I drew them anyway. I'll probably put a picture of that here. Just insert it. So yeah, those pictures, as you can tell, were very bad. Let's see, I also remember as a young collector I remember getting some figures. I had Trendmasters figures for my brother, and I had two Bandai 8 inches, and there's a picture I have of me as a young child, with two of these figures, so I'll probably insert that here. So yes, as you can see, that was in 2005, actually. So yeah, I was a young fan at the time, and I was a collector, sort of. I only didn't really have any figures. But yeah, I was very interested at a young age. There was that and the drawings basically occupied me, along with watching those 3 movies. I became really interested in the 4th grade, and then I lost interest. And then, let's see, last year, about June, July time in 2013, I heard that they were making a new Godzilla movie. I'm like, what? They've already done that with this guy, and it failed. Or, America was making a movie, and that blew my mind. I'm like, I can't wait for this. I'd already, remembered when movies had come out, Godzilla movies. I remember when Final Wars came out, I was super excited, and I didn't get the DVD to actually see it until a year after. But so yeah, I was super excited. It had been a long time since I've seen a Godzilla film debut. Yeah, that blew my mind. From that point, I started getting more interested. I started getting really excited, started watching some YouTube videos, collecting more figures. I also had a Godzilla-thon that summer, just to, occupy me until the next summer of 2014, when I could get to watch that movie. So yeah, I was getting really into Godzilla. Then, in the 8th grade, it was around late October, I got a Facebook account. And one of my friends, Nathan Miller, some of you may know him as Nathan Miller Films. He has a very great channel with lots of Godzilla videos. Go check him out. He posted on my Facebook page, "Wait, you're a Godzilla fan too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we had about a 50 to 60 comment long conversation on that post, just talking about Godzilla. And it was great. I finally connected with another fan. I was really happy about that. And then at some point through the conversation, he told me You know, you should get a YouTube channel and show off your collection. That'd be really cool. And I'm like, you know what? I'd already had a different YouTube channel at the time on a different subject other than Godzilla. But I heard that idea and I'm like, you know what? Why not? And mind you, this all happened a year from yesterday. On September the 2nd was when he put that post on my Facebook page, one day before Godzilla's birthday. That was great timing. So yes, September 2nd, he proposed to me that I make a YouTube channel. And I don't know what kept me occupied all that time. It wasn't until January 4th that I finally started my channel, Godzilla. I was doing this mainly to show off my collection like Nathan suggested. I wanted to get a lot of subscribers, but I wasn't very hopeful. My previous channel had only gotten like 19. So I started the channel, not expecting much, just wanted to show my collection to the world. And then as I started to gain more popularity, I started connecting with more fans. I'm just going to name some of the earlier people I met. Lords from Master 11 came first, then Louis Duran, Kaijuzilla 2001, then Goji Franklin. Those are the first 4 I talked to, on Google Hangouts actually. So I felt great. I connected with some other Godzilla fans, and I was really, really happy. Not that I didn't fit in at school or anything, but I felt like I, belonged somewhere, since I met some other Godzilla fans. So July came around, and I was scheduled to go to summer camp. Kaijuzilla 2001, Louis Duran, and Goji Franklin were all planning on going to G-Fest, which was this amazing place where you could go and get figures for a relatively decent price. Connect with G-fans, meet celebrities. And they were all going, so I wanted to, go meet my friends. But like I said, I was scheduled for camp, Boy Scout camp in Wisconsin. Yes, I was really sad the coming weeks of camp because I knew that I was going to miss G-Fest. I was going to miss a huge opportunity, and I just got really bummed out. So G-Fest passed. Okay, so these guys, now I say this a lot on Google Hangouts, but Goji Franklin, Lewis, Kaijuzilla 2001, they're all in Chicago having a great time. You know where I am? I'm in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin with no technology to even watch their videos. So that was a huge bummer. So I vowed, next year, I'm going to G-Fest for sure. And then, so yes, I'm going to G-Fest next year. So, yeah, that was a big bummer. After that, it's just been pretty steady with the channel. Also, I remember seeing Godzilla 2014 at the movie theater on the 16th. I went there, and I actually, walking into the theater, I saw Nathan Miller Films walk out of the theater right at the same time. So I'm like, I didn't say hi because he looked, he was going somewhere. But I told him on Facebook. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Saw lots of G-fans at the movie theater. Ever since, it's been a steady progression. Ever since I wasn't able to go to G-Fest, I'm saving up right now, saving my money, because I'm going to need a lot of it. And yeah, so the state I'm at now, I'm a G-fan connected with other G-fans with somewhat of a following. So yes, it's been a great journey. Godzilla has definitely affected my life a lot. He's influenced my childhood, what I watched, how I act, what I spent my money on, obviously. Just all sorts of great things have come to my life from being a G fan. No, I'm not saying it's a flawless fandom. Like, certain things aren't perfect, but it's definitely a positive influence in my life. This channel has given me something to work for. So yeah, that's how Godzilla's influenced my life and my journey as a G-fan. Happy 60th birthday to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I'll see you guys on my next video.